Yo, who is the king? That would be me, it would seem. Terrorizing your dreams, synthesizing those fiends who haunt in the night in teens and packs. Get jack, sit back, sip crack, a motherfucking hypochondriac. Attack with the might of an extraterrestrial or a terrorist mixing in at the festival. Left his backpack behind in the vestibule. Has 10 eyewitnesses, feds are still skeptical. This ain't no spectacle.
Man, you guys remember 5 days ago when I said this? I can't even explain to you the idea of, okay, Joe Biden accepting this debate with Sean Hannity on Fox News, first of all. Bet you he doesn't do that. A town hall where the crowd is, the people in the crowd are allowed to just ask questions. And every single one of those questions happen to be given in like the worst manner possible. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say there is, you know, good old Joe Biden's not going to be doing that. Joe Biden's not going to put himself in front of a bunch of Trump voters and allow them to ask him questions. His campaign's not going to allow that if he wanted to or not. So it was kind of awesome that Donald Trump did go ahead and go forth with it and put himself in front of questions such as this.
Why did you throw vulnerable people like me under the bus?
Why don't you wear a mask more often?
Please stop and let me finish my question, sir.
Why would you downplay a pandemic that is known to disproportionately harm low-income families and minority communities?
Why don't you support a mandate for national mask wearing?
Why don't you support a national mandate for mask wearing? Joe Biden doesn't even support that anymore. He just said that, found out the polls hated him for it, and then he said, "Oh, no, I can't do that." No, you can't do that, man. No one even checked him on anything like that, and all of a sudden now he's come out and he's not for that, I heard. In any case, the Biden campaign would not allow him to go on to a rival network like that. Someone who's not going to control him with, kid gloves and allow him to be questioned in that manner, and then have the host sit there like George Stephanopoulos did and acted like a Sean Hannity would act to Joe Biden. So started asking myself, so why did Trump allow this to happen? Why did he accept to do it? Why did he allow them to pick all the people that were going to be asking the questions and fill the crowd with nothing but, people who aren't obviously going to vote for you and just want to throw you under the bus? So why would they allow that to happen? Why would they do this? And geez, speaking of mask wearing, what is this mask doing to my face with these pimples, man? Please disregard all that. Anyways, why would Donald Trump agree to go on this show and do this? Well, the only thing I could think to come up with is if he could fill the room with all these Karens who just sit there and berate him, it could possibly leave him looking like the only adult in the room as he sits there and explains away these questions and the way they're asked. And if he can just answer them well and just keep going at him, which he did, then possibly it could be a bonus for him. It could make people have maybe empathy for him. Like, dang, these people are crazy. Look at the way they're just it looks like some kind of a torture chamber he's in. Well, Joe Biden's not going to allow that. Okay? He wouldn't take it very well. If you've seen Joe Biden in the past when he gets questioned by people in the public and it's not of his like and asked in a very delicate manner, then he goes off the rails. He just starts yelling at people. It would not work out well for him. So they wouldn't allow him to do it in that manner. But lo and behold, a day or two later, I happened to look and see what's going on today. Oh, it says here Joe Biden's doing a town hall. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the video I made 2 nights ago is going to be proven to be completely wrong. No. It says Joe Biden to do a town hall with Anderson Cooper on CNN. Shocker. Gee, I wonder if they'll have nothing but Trump voters asking questions. you'll see a difference here. Every person that asked a question to Donald Trump in his town hall from ABC, they mention how that person's leaning. And every single person that they asked in the Trump one was like either voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016 but is undecided now, or is planning to vote for Joe Biden but wants to ask you this question. And then when Joe Biden's town hall, you'll notice in some of these clips here, they'll say undecided only, or voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. It's very unfair, man. And this is how the media works, and this is how they do it. Let's take a couple seconds and look at what Joe Biden had to go through.
Hello, Vice President Biden.
All right, Mayor.
Black parents across America need to know, how much different will the talk be with our sons and daughters about police interaction under your administration?
It'll be fundamentally different, but let me make it clear. One of the things people say, I know I understand, as my mother would say, come walk in my shoes for a mile and tell me you understand then.
Mr. Vice President, Bob Woodward asked President Trump about white privilege and whether or not he benefited from it. And the president said, no, I don't feel that way at all, and sort of mocked Bob Woodward. Do you see ways that you've benefited from white privilege? Sure,
I've benefited just because I don't have to go through what my black brothers and sisters have had to go through.
This is Bill Barrett. He's a retired police chief of Wilkes-Barre and a member of the Wilkes-Barre City Council. He's a Democrat. Bill, thanks for being with us.
Chief, didn't I meet you when you were chief?
We did, sir.
That's what I thought. Looking at you like I know.
Good evening, Vice President Biden, Anderson. As mentioned, as retired police chief, I am very concerned about the violence taking place in our cities across this country, and especially concerned about the lack of respect shown towards law enforcement officers and military.
First Step Act, which advocates for criminal justice reform, I think is a good start in reforming the criminal justice system. Why should voters believe that you are the right person to build on that legislation, given that in the administration you had with President Obama, you guys weren't able to get a First Step Act?
Well, guess what? We proposed the First Step Act, and what we did was, in our administration, there are 38,000 fewer federal prisoners than there were when we started our administration. We moved to eliminate the disparity between crack cocaine and powder cocaine. So a black guy getting a nickel bag and snorting coke went mandatory to jail. Someone who did a line in Park Avenue got arrested. They got probation. And so we've tried to change. There have been mistakes made. We've made significant changes, and we'll make more. But look at what he's done. Look at where we are. He has refused to do the kinds of things that need to be done to fundamentally change the criminal justice system, including making sure that there's equal application of justice.
Okay, so yes, there's definitely some disparity there, Joe. Some disparity for sure. Some softball questions. Something I found interesting trying to research for this, get videos prepared for you guys for this video. Something interesting I found as I'm trying to find video. I just tried to go look up the full Joe Biden, Anderson Cooper CNN town hall to watch the whole thing, because I'd been hearing clips of it all throughout the day as I found out that this was going to be going on. And I heard all these great clips throughout the day on different radio shows that I wanted to try to share with you guys and help prove my point with. And surprisingly enough, when you search on YouTube, there's only 2 clips of Joe Biden's town hall, 2 8-minute clips I could find. And most of them are just of him giving his beliefs on things, right? And just going off talking. Couldn't find a lot of the questions to try to show you guys the disparity in the 2 town halls that occurred. It was pretty messed up. So I searched through YouTube, only found those 2 videos. So I go to CNN's app. I'm like, I definitely could watch this whole thing here, right? And I'll just clip things out of videos and just jack them from them like that. No. They don't have the full town hall for you to go and watch. They have a couple selected clips that they would allow you to watch which you happen to see in those videos there, maybe one or two of those. It's disgusting. They're trying to hide the bad parts, only show you what they want you to see. Shouldn't I have the ability just to see the whole thing if I want to see it? I never did, trying over and over again, never did find successfully a way to watch that whole town hall in its entirety. Only the little bit of clips that they would offer me. It was bad. There's an obvious media-driven attack on our liberties here. They're so wrapped up in telling you that Russia's trying to steal an election by misleading you, and it's because they're doing it themselves. I'm just going to pull out example after example of times that this happens over and over again. But for now, that's all I want to leave you with, and just say thank you for the quick chance to air out some thoughts here. Sadly, I couldn't do it in a more thorough manner because the evil media overlords want to hide it from you. Don't let them hide this stuff from you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll be back with another one quickly.
Meditating and mapping his genealogy and how to destroy the economy.